Quincy's looking a little unsure about this trip. It's a foggy morning today.
Here again, knowing this ain't the first time. I think back to when we were singing. Do you remember the summers? It's always the day that the nights get light and the cool air calms the heat. I daydream away. I think of all of our younger faces when we were singing.
So we got the radar going, and we've got maybe a half-mile visibility at this point. So it's going to be a sketchy ride over the island. So we're going to have to take it slow, probably motor most of the way. But I think we'll be fine. It's better than a half mile. It's maybe a mile visibility. So I think we're going to be just fine. We're just going to have to pay very close attention. We've got a partner in crime up here in front of us. I don't know if you can see that or not, but right out in that area you can see another sailboat. So we're just going to sneak out behind him. So we made it out of the harbor, and it is foggy out here, like thick fog. I'm guessing less than a half-mile visibility. But I did remember to get the VHF on, and we got the radar going. Carmen and Quincy are over there relaxing, enjoying the ride. Katie Beth is doing some work back here behind me. It's a pretty nice ride. It's just rolly, but zero viz. We do have the main out. We've got just enough wind to justify putting the main out, and it's stabilized the boat quite a bit. We're doing right at like 7.5 knots motoring with the sail out. So we're expecting to be in Avalon in about an hour and 20 minutes or so. And we're just being careful, making our way through the fog. We made it. We are tied up at a mooring in Avalon. Didn't film any of it because quite literally the visibility was only maybe a few hundred feet when we got close to the harbor. I wish I'd been able to get it on film, but we got escorted in by the harbor patrol, and we've been tied up here for a minute. And of course, as soon as we get tied up, the visibility starts to improve a little bit. But yeah, it's still quite foggy here. But we did get tied up. We're secure and shut down, and everybody's starting to relax a little bit. But you can see how foggy it is out here. You can't really tell, but right out that direction is a cruise ship, and we can see maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 moorings over. The shore is right behind this sailboat right over here. You sure aren't going to be able to see that, and the pier is off there in the fog somewhere. Yeah, it is quite foggy. The casino is right over that direction, and you can't see any of that. We'll run into the shore, let the dog run, and maybe get some groceries. Don't go anywhere just yet, because our return trip was surprisingly fun. But while you watch me taking everybody to shore for dinner, I want to talk about something that surprises a lot of people. The difference between aviation and marine operations in low visibility and fog. As a professional airline pilot and an active sailor, I live in both worlds. And trust me, fog is treated very differently in aviation than it is on the water. Let's start with aviation. When flying, fog is mostly a planning and procedures problem. We know as pilots exactly what the weather's doing, where the fog layer starts, how thick it is, how long it's expected to last, and we've got satellite data, radar, METARs, forecasts, airplane systems designed to assist the pilots, and multiple backup airports pre-planned. When we fly into fog, we're not just hoping for the best. We're flying published routes approved and monitored by ATC and the airline dispatchers. The flights culminate with instrument approaches on a stabilized path with very strict minimums. If we can't see the runway by a specific altitude, we go around. No debate, no eyeballing it, no, I think I see something. And if conditions warrant or require it, we have the equipment and the training to land when we can't see the runway at all. Or we simply divert somewhere else. Now compare that to boating. On the water in the marine environment, fog is a completely different animal. There's no tower talking us down, no ATC, no precision glide path, no missed approach procedure, no alternate harbor 20 miles away that guarantees clear skies. You're often navigating by radar using AIS to identify other ships, while using GPS and charts to make your way. But unlike aviation, sound signals, in your own judgment, are often your only assistance, while other boats may or may not be doing the same thing. Some boats have radar, some don't. Some boats have AIS, some don't. Some skippers are pretty sharp, but others, they're just optimistic. And unlike airplanes, boats can't just climb out of the fog. You're in it. You're living in it. You crawl through it. In aviation, fog is a vertical problem. In boating, fog is a horizontal problem. Airplanes separate themselves by altitude, but boats are all living on the same plane, trying not to run into each other or the land, right there at sea level, otherwise known as flight level 0. And here's the big difference. In aviation, the system, the training, and the equipment is all designed for low visibility operations. In boating, the skipper is the system. That means slow speed, extra lookouts, listening for sound signals, very conservative decision making, or it should be, and a whole lot of patience. When pilots say, yeah, we shot the approach to 00 in fog, that's just another Tuesday, because the system and their training is built for it. It's designed around it. When sailors say, yeah, we ran in through the fog, that's not routine. That's seamanship and experience, and a lot of times just dumb luck. Two worlds, same weather, very different risk management. So I'll see you on the water, hopefully on a clear day. Now let's go have some fun. Avalon, vanishing point.
Avalon, Howard Karmen.
Yeah, it's vanishing point. I think we were over there on 213, I believe. We're vacating that mooring ball. We're heading back to the mainland. Thanks for the hospitality this weekend.
Absolutely. Have a safe trip home and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. We got Katie Bath up on the back deck. I think she's enjoying herself. Katie's back there in the back deck somewhere. You can see the condos of Avalon over there. The Descanso Beach Club is looking nice in the sunshine. And we got much better visibility than we had when we came over. Right now the winds are pretty light and they're right on the bow, but I'm suspecting that here in just a little bit the winds are going to improve, and I'm really hoping that we can get the sails out.
I think I got this.
our weekend just got a whole lot better. Check this out. About, let's see, 17 knots of wind at about 45 degrees. 17 knots apparent. And we are doing 6.5 knots. Los Angeles has a winter storm rolling in this afternoon that's going to bring in a lot of rain and some pretty significant winds, I think, on Tuesday. But we're heading back Sunday afternoon and we're having a blast. We've got about 21 knots of wind right now apparent at about, let's see, 50 degrees or so. We're just ripping along with the sails reefed at about 7.5 knots heading straight to San Pedro. And man, it's a gorgeous afternoon. I'm having a blast. It's nice to have the engines off and the sails out. Waters are a little choppy just because of the wind, but dang, this is nice to have the sails out. It's been a long time. It's been almost a year since we were out at Avalon with Aeronautical, and here we are heading back from our first trip to Avalon. It's been over a year. It's been easily over a year since we were at Avalon. We've been to Catalina quite a few times, but first trip to Avalon in over a year, and we're getting to do it with the sails out and just cruising along comfortably on Vanishing Point. What a great boat. Vanishing Point is doing sailboat things for sure. Awesome. Freaking awesome. .2 knots. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know if you can see it out there in the distance, but we've got a competitor. I think Vanishing Point's got the edge. We are just cruising back to San Pedro. We'll get there in no time flat. She's working great. Well, we made it all the way across San Pedro Channel with the engine off and the sails out. This boat's amazing, man. I just still fascinated. 8.5 knots still doing 8.5 knots coming across. We've got about 15 knots of wind. Thing's a ripper, man. And I've got the sails reefed down. Really don't even have them trimmed up all that well. We put our friendly competitor over here on the starboard side behind us. We're coming into the gate dodging lobster pots as usual. I'll never understand why these guys have to drop these pots right at the entrance to the busiest harbor in the country. It just doesn't make sense to me, but they do what they do, and I just have to try and avoid them. It's been a great passage otherwise. We've had some great winds and sailed over there here. We sailed over here and really never saw speeds below about 8 knots. And man, it's just been an awesome day. So can't wait to do it again. And I hope you enjoyed this as well.